Did you know that people in the Middle Ages thought that lightning was caused by angry gods throwing fiery arrows? But now we know that lightning is caused by air acting as a conductor between the cloud and the ground. Imagine Zeus plugging in a giant toaster in the sky. Let's crack open some dusty textbooks and see what other strange physics ideas got left behind. Let's shift gears and dive into the solar blueprint. The first theory is from cosmic display to solar symphony, the evolution of our universe. Imagine the night sky as a giant disco ball with planets and stars stuck on its surface, spinning around a giant Earth in the middle. That's the idea behind the ancient Greek model of the universe. Pretty trippy, right? Thankfully, we now know our solar system is a bit more organized. Our sun, with its incredible gravity, acts like the boss, holding everything together. Planets like Earth whiz around it, thanks to this gravitational pull, keeping us from flying off into the great unknown. Theory 2. Next up on our journey is the heat orchestra. Ever wonder why a hot cup of cocoa warms you up? In the past, people thought it was because of a special invisible fluid called caloric that flowed from hot objects to cold ones. Kind of like filling a cup with warmth. Thankfully, science has a more accurate explanation. The fast-moving particles in the hot liquid transfer their energy to the slower-moving particles in your body, warming you up through conduction. Plus, the sugar gives your body quick fuel, and burning it produces even more heat, keeping you cozy from the inside out.
Theory 3. Nature's Nexus. Ancient Greek philosophers like Empedocles and Aristotle believed that everything in the new universe was made up of just 4 basic elements: earth, water, air, and fire. They thought that these elements combined in different proportions to create all the substances and objects we now know. Earth represented solidity, water symbolized fluidity, air signified gas or breath, and fire stood for energy and transformation. So basically, they saw the universe as a giant mixing bowl where these 4 elements blended together to form everything we know. In today's world, we know that matter is made up of atoms and molecules which consist of subatomic particles like neutrons, protons, and electrons. The periodic table organizes 180 known chemical elements, and these atoms combine in countless ways to form the substances around us, with properties explained by quantum mechanics and atomic structure, rather than the ancient concept of just 4 elements. Theory 4. The Atomic Model's Monopoly. Let's unravel the evolution of atomic models in simple terms. Developed by John Dalton, it was the very first model explaining everything that exists is made from atoms, envisioning atoms as tiny, indivisible spheres like billiard balls. According to him, each element was made up of unique atoms, and chemical reactions occurred when atoms rearranged or combined with each other. Thomson proposed that atoms were not indivisible but rather composed of smaller particles. He linked atoms to a positively charged matter with the negatively charged electrons embedded like plums in a pudding. This model introduced the idea of subatomic particles. Rutherford's experiments led to the discovery of the atomic nucleus. He suggested that atoms have a small, dense, positively charged nucleus at the center surrounded by orbiting electrons. Bohr expanded upon Rutherford's model by proposing that electrons move in specific orbits around the nucleus, similar to the planets orbiting the Sun. He also introduced the idea that electrons can jump between these orbits, emitting or absorbing specific amounts of energy in form of light. Schrödinger developed the quantum mechanical model, which describes electrons not as particles with defined paths but as waves of probability surrounding the nucleus. This model is based on complex mathematical equations known as wave functions.
Alright everyone, that's a wrap on some wonderful physics ideas from the past. If you enjoyed this trip down the memory lane, let us know in the comments what other scientific misconceptions you'd like to see debunked. Don't forget to subscribe for more science content, and we'll see you next time.